On October 19, 2025, the Louvre in Paris was alive with excitement. Tourists from around the world gathered in long lines, eager to witness the legendary masterpieces housed within its walls. The air buzzed with anticipation as visitors snapped photos of the iconic glass pyramid and made their way through the grand entrance, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile. But beneath the surface of this ordinary day, something extraordinary was unfolding. Hidden among the crowds, a group of skilled thieves was putting a meticulously planned operation into motion. The atmosphere inside the museum shifted from casual wonder to a subtle tension, as if the walls themselves sensed the coming storm. Their target was the Apollo Gallery, a glittering hall renowned for its dazzling display of royal jewels. These weren't just any treasures, they were priceless artifacts, steeped in centuries of French history, and together valued at a staggering $102 million. The thieves moved with purpose, their eyes set on the glittering prizes behind glass. This was more than a simple theft. It was a brazen assault on the very soul of France. The jewels represented not just wealth, but the legacy of kings and queens, the pride of a nation that had survived revolutions and wars. In a matter of minutes, the unthinkable happened. The display cases stood empty, their contents vanished. Museum staff rushed to the scene, their faces etched with disbelief and shock as they realized the magnitude of what had been lost. The Louvre, long considered a fortress of art and culture, had been breached. Security cameras captured only fragments of the crime, and the museum's formidable defenses had proven vulnerable to a cunning plan. The heist was executed with chilling precision. The thieves exploited weaknesses in the security system, bypassing alarms and evading guards with almost military efficiency. It was clear this was no ordinary robbery. It was the work of professionals. French Culture Minister Rachida Dati addressed the nation, describing the thieves as highly organized and deeply prepared. She promised a swift and thorough investigation, but the sense of violation was palpable. The aftermath was devastating. Shattered glass littered the gallery floor, and the empty cases stood as silent witnesses to the crime. The loss was more than material. It left a gaping hole in the heart of French culture. News of the heist spread like wildfire, dominating international headlines. Reporters from around the globe gathered outside the Louvre, and investigators combed the museum for clues. The world was left asking, who were these audacious thieves and where had the jewels gone? For the people of France, the theft felt deeply personal. It was as if a piece of their shared identity had been stolen, leaving behind a sense of grief and anger that rippled through the nation. The incident sparked outrage and soul-searching. How could such a thing happen in one of the world's most secure museums? Questions swirled about the adequacy of security and the possibility of inside help. The story quickly evolved from a simple robbery to a gripping mystery. Detectives pored over evidence, searching for the faintest trace of the culprits, while the public speculated about their identities and motives. The news broke across every screen and newspaper, leaving people stunned. In the heart of Paris, a crime had been committed that would haunt the city and the world for years to come. The heist was executed in under 7 minutes. Every second was meticulously planned, leaving no room for error. The city outside was oblivious to the drama unfolding within the museum's walls as the thieves raced against time. 4 hooded figures entered through an upstairs window, bypassing security with astonishing ease. Their movements were silent and coordinated, as if they had rehearsed every step. The darkness provided perfect cover, and not a single alarm was triggered at this stage. They moved with purpose, suggesting inside knowledge of the museum's layout and security routines. Each thief knew exactly where to go, avoiding cameras and sensors as if they had studied blueprints or received a tip from someone on the inside. The thieves smashed display cases in the Apollo Gallery, grabbing 8 royal jewels in a matter of seconds. The sound of shattering glass echoed through the empty halls, but they worked quickly, stuffing priceless artifacts into bags with practiced hands. An alarm finally sounded, but by then, the thieves were already making their escape. The blaring sirens and flashing lights only added to the chaos, but the criminals didn't hesitate. They had planned for this moment. Their exit was as calculated as their entry, vanishing into the Paris streets before anyone could stop them. A waiting getaway car whisked them away, disappearing into the maze of city roads under the cover of darkness. The speed and precision left security staff with no time to react. By the time guards reached the gallery, the thieves were long gone, leaving only confusion and disbelief in their wake. The aftermath was chaos, with police sealing off the museum and launching a frantic investigation. News of the heist spread quickly, drawing crowds and media attention to the scene. Investigators found little evidence. The CCTV system had failed at a crucial moment, leaving authorities with more questions than answers. The empty display cases stood as silent witnesses to the crime. The thieves outsmarted both guards and technology, exploiting every weakness in the museum's defenses. Frustration and disbelief filled the surveillance room as staff replayed the night's events. It was a perfectly choreographed crime, designed to cause maximum impact and leave the world in awe of its audacity. The heist would go down in history as one of the most daring and mysterious ever attempted. The stolen jewels were irreplaceable pieces of French history, each one crafted with exquisite skill and representing centuries of royal tradition. These treasures were not just valuable for their precious stones and metals, but for the stories and legacies they carried through generations. Among the most famous was an emerald and diamond necklace, a breathtaking gift from Napoleon Bonaparte to his beloved Empress Marie-Louise. This necklace, with its vibrant green emeralds and sparkling diamonds, was a symbol of imperial love and power, worn at grand occasions and admired by all who saw it. Another legendary piece was a diadem belonging to Empress Eugénie, adorned with nearly 2,000 diamonds. This dazzling crown was a masterpiece of craftsmanship, reflecting the opulence and elegance of the French court during the Second Empire. These jewels were more than mere ornaments. They were symbols of power, romance, and the enduring legacy of the French monarchy. Their beauty and significance captivated all who beheld them, making their loss even more profound. Each piece told a unique story of French royalty, representing moments of marriage, coronation, and celebration. They were witnesses to history, present at the most important events in the lives of kings, queens, and emperors. The theft was a devastating loss, ripping away a part of the nation's identity and leaving empty spaces where once these treasures shone. Museums and historians mourned the disappearance, knowing that such artifacts can never truly be replaced. The jewels were a direct connection to France's monarchical past, linking modern generations to the splendor and drama of their ancestors. Without them, a vital piece of history feels missing. Their loss is deeply felt, as they are considered national treasures, cherished not only for their material worth, but for their cultural and historical importance to the French people. Experts fear that the jewels may be broken apart, their historical significance destroyed forever if they are sold off as individual stones or melted down for profit. The thought of losing their stories is heartbreaking for historians and art lovers alike. Yet, hope remains for their recovery. Curators, law enforcement, and the public continue to search for clues, determined to bring these treasures home. Until then, the fate of the lost jewels of French royalty remains uncertain, a haunting mystery that endures. The heist exposed alarming lapses in the Louvre's security. The CCTV system failed to detect the intrusion, a major blind spot. The delay in response gave the thieves the time they needed. The robbery during opening hours pointed to potential staffing issues. An internal investigation is exploring the possibility of insider complicity. The heist is a wake-up call for museums worldwide. The Louvre's reputation is damaged, and rebuilding trust will take time. The incident showed that even the most famous institutions can be vulnerable. Days after the heist, the investigation gained momentum. 2 men were arrested, bringing hope for justice and recovery of the jewels. One suspect, an Algerian national, was caught at the airport trying to flee. His capture prevented a key suspect from escaping justice. The second man, known for aggravated theft, was also arrested. Both lived in the same area, suggesting a local criminal gang. They were charged with theft and conspiracy, partially admitting involvement. This breakthrough confirmed the police had the right people. The arrests were a critical step forward in the investigation. The investigation accelerated with 5 more arrests. Coordinated raids targeted the Seine-Saint-Denis region. The arrests dismantled the group believed responsible for the heist. Paris Prosecutor Laure Beccuau confirmed the arrests. The police aimed to understand the criminal organization fully. The raids involved multiple specialized units, seizing electronic devices. The focus was on finding the mastermind and any insiders. With 7 suspects in custody, the investigation was closing in. Among the new arrests, 1 man stood out as a prime suspect. A helmet left at the scene provided a DNA match to him. This evidence directly linked him to the robbery. The suspect had been under surveillance before his arrest. His capture was crucial, as he was central to the case. The police sought to uncover the entire chain of command. The DNA discovery highlighted a critical mistake by the thieves. This oversight gave the police the thread to unravel the criminal enterprise. Despite arrests, the jewels remain missing. The $102 million treasure trove has vanished. Recovering these historical artifacts is the ultimate goal. The police are racing against time to prevent their loss. Experts warn the jewels may be broken apart and sold. The search is a top priority for specialized units across Europe. Prosecutor Laure Beccuau has appealed for the jewels' return. The hope is for cooperation in exchange for leniency. The fate of the jewels hangs in the balance. The world waits and hopes for their safe return. The Louvre heist is a reminder of our cultural heritage's vulnerability. It highlights the need for robust security in museums worldwide. The theft feels personal to anyone who values history and art. The incident exposed the danger of complacency in security. Museums are re-evaluating their protocols to prevent future heists. The key lesson is the importance of multi-layered security. The Louvre heist is a cautionary tale about taking history's safety for granted. The cultural world hopes for the jewels' return. The legacy of this event will be a renewed commitment to protecting our treasures.